International Film Festival, and now here we are together tonight.
The friendship we forged with Sam in this process of making this movie is something that we deeply treasure. And to be a part of perhaps his most personal film is a great gift that he's given us. And now Empire of Light is finally arriving, appropriately in cinemas, next week. And we're honored to be here tonight with Sam and the phenomenal Pippa Harris and their incredible cast and collaborators.
So, without further ado, the brilliant, there he is, Sam Mendes.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you. It's lovely, lovely to be here. The last time I was here was 4 years ago, with 1917, and the world's changed a lot. Thank you. The world has changed a lot since then. As Quentin Tarantino said to me at the time, the door hit you on the way out, he said. We were the last in the cinemas. And making movies is hard, and it just got much harder over the last 3 years. And so to have people like Searchlight is essential. People who really fucking care. They really care. And you've no idea until you've made a movie and you feel yourself being lifted on the shoulders of people whose job it is to get it out into cinemas, who care about it as if it's the last thing on earth. You've no idea how lucky you are to have those people. And they're everywhere, all around you in this town. And it's a big deal because there aren't many of them left in the world. And so David and Matthew and Alan and Micheal and all the people who work for Searchlight, honestly, I felt supported every step of the way. And it's been a bumpy road sometimes. And I've never felt their confidence in the movie or in me falter. And for that, I really do say thank you. You've been amazing. So there's a few people to invite up onto stage. I obviously was assisted in the making of this film by some incredible people, including the great Roger Deakins and Mark Tilsley, the amazing production designer, Alex Clarke, all in various places around the world, but two people who I've never had the pleasure of introducing up on stage before, who did this astonishing score for this movie, the achingly cool and brilliantly talented Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. My partner in crime for 20 odd years and my friend for 40 odd years, my superb producer Pippa Harris. And then a few members of the cast, all of them brilliant, starting with the wonderful Tanya Moodie. Young actor who would have, I think, a great future in the movies if he keeps working at it. Colin Firth. Another person, I'll just quickly tell the story actually, sorry. They said keep it short, but it's impossible for me, so I'm just going to say it anyway. I first met this person in Pippa Harris's house when I was 14 years old. And he was cool then, and he's still cool all these years later. Toby Jones. We built this movie around two people, two performances. Both of them are wonderful people, and perhaps more similar than they would care to admit, even though they've come at it from completely different directions. The fabulous and joyous Micheal Ward. I've said it before, I'll say it again, I've got a crush on her, I have to admit it. But I think everyone here has too. Olivia Colman. I won't say much more, except that this movie came from my heart. I grew up an only child with my mother who suffered from mental illness, and much of the memories that spurred this movie came from that very private and personal place. There's also someone here today, my cousin Tamara, who, as an only child, I suppose the closest I ever had to a sister, and who also experienced some of my mother's darkness, and who managed to survive with flying colours. So I'm thrilled that she's here. I want to say that although this is a celebration of movies and of coming to the movies and of cinemas, it's also about how movies, most importantly, when you're down, when you're broken, as in this movie, Hilary and Stephen are, Micheal and Olivia's character, movies can help put you back together again, and I do believe that. So I hope you love it, and thank you very much.